Good morning, everyone. I'm Candace Miller. I'm proud to represent Macomb County, Michigan, which is the home of the Reagan Democrats, and you've all heard that term. That term, the Reagan Democrats, actually had its genesis in the political nomenclature from our county. It is truly a reflection, I believe, of Middle America. And I will tell you, in my 30 years of having some elected capacity from that county, I have never seen people so absolutely agitated and so frustrated with what is happening with their federal government. Folks feel that we're going in the wrong direction. They feel that spending is totally out of control, that Washington is not focusing on priorities like the economy, like jobs. Now we have a deficit that has gotten so enormous, so huge, you can't even get your mind around these numbers anymore. And the number one thing that I hear over and over and over again, everywhere I go, is why isn't Washington listening to us? You know, Americans, I think, are more tuned in today than they have ever been. They are engaged. They are following the debates. We've heard them expressing their opposition to these 2,000-plus page bills that are developed in secrecy, developed in a back room, and all they know is that they have to pay for it. You know, I think that sometimes in Washington, D.C., we sometimes forget, because we look at all of the enormous challenges that are facing our nation, we forget the real strength of America. And that is, quite simply, the American people. They are the strength of America. They're optimistic, they're determined, they are brave, they are committed, and always with an eye toward the future and strengthening America for future generations. And that is why I'm so excited about this project, America Speaking Out, which I think is very, very descriptive, of course. You know, the U.S. House of Representatives is often referred to as the People's House. The People's House. And House Republicans want to tap into the inherent good common sense of the American people. And people have seen the governance style of the Democrats. This is an agenda that is not supported by the majority of Americans. They've not engaged America. Not only that, they have done it without even engaging not only Republicans, but even members, their own rank-and-file members of their own conference. And apparently, again, they've developed their agenda in a back room, in secrecy, with just a handful of leaders in a room somewhere. And yet, as we look forward to the rest of this year yet to be done, a budget, every appropriation bill, perhaps sweeping immigration reform, and who knows what else. And all of those issues, Americans will have a opinion on, and House Republicans intend to listen to those opinions. This project is about a governance agenda for today, because urgency is required, and we can use the input from the American people to develop that. You know, people have talked a lot and continue to talk a lot about the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and appropriately so. And I think it just bears repeating one, the First Amendment, adopted in 1791, which states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of their grievances. This will be an American agenda with direct involvement from the American people, people who in the year 2010, thank God, still want to petition their government for redress of their grievances. And I think America Speaking Out will be utilizing today's technology to allow them another venue to do so. And now I'd like to introduce